Do 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 do. Dee 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 da 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 do. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I am your host, Mr. Rob French here, hanging out with you. Actually, literally doing just this right here, taking a shower, and going to be hopefully jumping into bed a little early tonight. I say that, but you know, we'll see if I don't get to bed before like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, but yeah, just kind of wanted to hang out with you guys. Just had a crazy busy week, and as we're going through May, um, just I don't know, kind of helps me to touch base with you guys and get it all out of my head and kind of go through my weeks. And like I said, it's just nice to kind of hang out and share and update you guys with everything going on. Work again, just has been super busy, trying to finish up the school year, and then also been helping out with like after school a lot this week, which has just been, oh my God, I could almost do a whole video on that, but it's just been a long day. It's Saturday. I actually worked today for a few hours over at like a culture fair, local high school. Really fun. Actually, it's really cool. A lot better than some of the other events that I typically go to. But the school is a fairly new school. It's a really nice school, really beautiful facility. And I hate to play down the culture fair because it was highlighting so many different nationalities and countries and traditions, food, clothing, I mean, just crafts, all kinds of things, and all put together by the students of the school too. It wasn't like just adults putting together these booths. The actual students put this thing together, and it was beautiful. But I hate to downplay it or make it into something silly like Star Wars, as if we haven't got enough of that over the last week. But it did. It had this very, and I mean, it makes sense. Like Star Wars is such a culture of like other, um, excuse me, a combination of other cultures, where as you look at certain episodes, you can see, um, especially now, and later, um, incarnations of it, especially since like the prequels, you get these highlights of like Italy and Rome and Egypt and just different nationalities all woven throughout the Star Wars mythos. But it reminded me so much of uh, uh, like a transport area in the Star Wars realm, where you would have like a some kind of a cargo ship and a transport ship and all these things like docking at a facility, and then all these people like walking around, and it's just all of these crazy festive, oh look, festive, these crazy festive outfits, and um like just the food and all that. So like I don't know, it felt very, and again, not to like play it down because actually let's go. I am digging this vibe. Now let's make it complete with the boom. And it was yellow. But it just, I don't know. I was telling a friend of mine, like I said, I hate this, to play it down like Star Wars, but this culture fair, it didn't have just like a worldly, global feel to it. It had like a galactic, feel to it. Like it was that impressive. It was that crazy. It was that amazing. Um, where it just felt like, excuse me, take a sip of coffee while he's taking a sip of green juice. Good stuff. Another one? Don't mind if I do. Ooh. Another one? No, I'm good. But yeah, it was just like I said, just had this like very global feel to it, and I really, really enjoyed it. But it's just been a long day. It's been a long week. Um, I have some, face paint on my face still from earlier, so I have to like wash all that off. But I don't mind taking a couple showers a day. There's nothing. I used to take a couple showers a day when I lived in Florida. Sometimes 3 or 4 showers just because you get so hot. And I love a good shower. But actually, you know what? Hold on one second. I want to see something while I'm thinking about it. There's a good question while I'm thinking about it. Does anybody experience, speaking of global, like global continental plate shifting, does anybody experience like shower mat shifting? I'm sure there's like a scientific name for it. Quantum shower mat displacement. Let me check something real quick here. Does it, I don't even just have a shower mat. No, okay, this doesn't have a shower mat. Okay, never mind. Anyway, um, no, it just kills me. I live with two other people, and it never ceases to amaze me. Um, I'm almost about to get ready to get in bed now. Um, I take at least one shower a day, sometimes two a week, and it is like every time I go take a shower, I have to readjust the shower mat, and I just don't understand. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced it before now, and I'm just trying to really understand like what is happening in there. What is the shuffling? The is it like are they like hate effing the shower while they're in there? I just don't get it. And it's to a degree where it's not like just it's like a little off. It's literally every time, and that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's like every time I go in the shower mat is covering the drain. Like it's that pushed back. It's that shoved against the base of the the shower, like the foot. Like it's almost like it's in there doing like Tony Hawk half pipe moves or something, and somebody comes in and hits the pause button like mid transition, you know, and like you catch it like going up the half pipe or something, and it's crazy to me. I don't understand like what kind of shuffle is happening in there, what kind of dance we're doing. Um, like I just get in, I stand on the shower mat, I take a shower, and that's it. Um, but this is, I mean, it's drastic. It's so bad. Like I said, it's completely covering, if not completely pushed up against the back floor. I don't even know how to describe it, like the foot of the shower. And we have like a little hair catch, that like goes over the drain to the point where that's like shoved off the drain. It's like, why do we even have any of this? Like why do we have a mat? Or why do we have a hair catcher? We might as well just put the mat over the drain as a hair catcher. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Um, but what kills me the most isn't the fact that it's like every time I get in the shower, I have to readjust the hair catch and the shower mat, and it's like every day I'm moving in for the first time, basically. It's like every day I'm moving in for the very first time and kind of setting my shower up. Um, but what kills me about it is the fact that it doesn't get fixed. Like, am I the only one? I mean, I realize, like, everybody in this household probably doesn't have the best eyesight given our age and all of that. But I notice it. I wear glasses, and I don't wear glasses in the shower, and I notice it without glasses. So I think that's what kills me the most. It's like nobody seems to notice it. Nobody seems to care. It's like, oh, it's okay. The floor mat can be against the wall. The hair catch can be, you know, in the back of the. I was going to sit in my bed and just cry about the shower mat, stupid shower mat. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to understand me. Nobody gets me in my shower mat. No. It kills me. It absolutely kills me. It's something I was thinking of as I get ready to take another shower this evening. I'm sure I'll uh, have to fix that again. Um, but yeah, the culture fair was really cool. Like I said, it's just been a busy week. We had a teen event as well last night, and then just been trying to help out. Just the building in general whenever they kind of need it. Um, like I said, helping out with after school care. I'm going to be talking about some of that here and some videos coming up. But I'm thinking I'm going to have a whole little Fortnite video. I didn't really do one for this past Friday, Fortnite Friday, um, but I am thinking of doing one for next Friday. And instead of just doing a clip, actually doing like a segment about uh, just kids in general and how babies are destroying my Fortnite squad. And then just the crazy things that parents have to endure, the crazy things that kids say, and um, and all of that. But just I did after school care Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and every day it was like a whole new adventure. Oh, that's crazy! I was reading a book last night. Whoa! Hold it right back, guys. Hold up. All right. Wow, that's actually really crazy. That the back of that book is almost identical to the back of the book that I'm reading right now. That's like literally laying next to my bed um, on a little table. That's so crazy. Anyway, but yeah, just the crazy stuff that kids get into, that parents have to deal with, and um, it's been a really long week. It's been like helping out in after school care, and then jumping into like uh, club meeting with the teens, and then helping out in after school care over at the elementary school, and then running back to jump into a teen event, and just set up for all of that. And it's just been go 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 nonstop nonstop. I feel so bad. I was gonna try to get some games in with my buddy Buck, um, and yeah, it's just been getting home at like 8 o'clock. Um, Eating sucks. It does. It's like you get home, you're hungry, and you got to eat, and then you got to like clean up and make the food, eat the food, clean it up. It's like every meal takes like an hour. I think that's why like I'm starting to see now like why it's always included prep time and all these things for meals, because it's like, yeah, like how long do I have to prep this? How long is it going to take me to make this meal? 'Cause I want to eat it now. Short prep time, but yeah, it's always like an hour or so. The next thing you know, it's like 9 o'clock, 9:30. It's just like, oh God, like Now it's time to get ready for bed. Scroll your phone. 2 o'clock in the morning later. It's a vicious cycle. Um, but yeah, speaking of like after school and moms and parents and stuff, it is Mother's Day's weekend, so make sure you pick up your phone, send your mom a call, give her a hug. I'm going to give my mom the gift of social distancing. I'm starting to feel like I'm maybe coming down with something. I don't know, like my nose is getting kind of stuffy, just on my right side, and it happens from time to time. So it could just simply be like an allergy kind of a thing that can happen from time to time too. I feel like it always starts in my right eye. It gets super irritated, red, um, almost like there's a glob of mucus in that eye that is dripping down into my nasal passages, preventing the right side from being able to breathe. Um, and yeah, then it's like, kind of take care of my eyeball, use some eye drops, keep it clean. And I can almost feel the eye drops breaking up the mucus in my nasal passages. As crazy as that sounds, I can feel it like start to drain almost. But it's rough. I went and did the culture fair, grabbed a little workout, and now I can kind of feel like, man, it's all starting to hit. Like my head's starting to kind of hurt a little bit. You know, that right side of my nose to get a little hard to breathe out of. I kind of feel like I woke up this morning and it was almost like completely stuffed up, and then it went away as I kind of went through the day. Now I feel like it's coming back, um, which is even more of a reason for me to, like I said, just grab a shower and try to jump into bed as soon as possible. But like I said, you know how that goes. You do something crazy like put on, I don't know, Wishmaster 1, and next thing you know, 4 movies later, um, but at least tomorrow I get to sleep in a little bit. That was another thing too. It's like, oh man, I was so looking forward to just kind of sleeping in on, Saturday. But again, having to, get up and do this culture fair. But I really do like enjoy what I do. I really enjoy these events, and I'm just like really um, privileged to, you know, get those things, um, get those opportunities to do these things because, like, I don't know. Yesterday was just really cool. Like, I had the Henrico Police as like neighbors to my booth, and so they were actually like there was a lot of fun. They were passing out vests and food and candy and chips and stuff, but they also had a bulletproof vest, and this thing weighs about like 30 pounds, and they were letting people try it on and do push-ups. So of course, like, I was like looking at it for a while, and after about like the 15th guy went, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and represent my company real quick. Let me go ahead and just jump out there. I got my shirt on. Let me put this vest on and, try to knock some out. And actually, I was thinking I could probably knock out about 50 push-ups solid, like, you know, easy strides, 40 to 50, somewhere in there. I'm thinking 50. But with the vest on, I only was able to break out 30. Um, but I mean, like, again, you got like an extra 30 pounds on your chest. And it's crazy because you have a plate up front and a plate in the back. And that was something I was thinking about later. Like, it's one thing, I don't know if it makes a difference, the weight placement, but I feel like, adding like a 35-pound plate on your back or something while you're doing push-ups is heavy. But if you have like one plate on your back and then one plate on your chest, it's like you got a weight pushing you down and pulling you down, and then you have a weight like you're pushing up and pulling up at the same time. So it's not just a weight on your back that you're pushing up the weight and then the weight's pushing down. Like each push, you're pulling and pushing, pushing and pulling. So it's a very interesting exercise. But interesting enough, one of my young college friends who um, works out all the time, he and I we spend days in the gym together. He's always in there. But he's a young guy and super in shape, bulky guy, you know, and he and I were like, boom, you know, almost pound for pound, push for push. I think he got like 32, 33 push-ups. I hit um, 30, and then later on we bumped into each other at the gym, and we both just happened to jump up and grab the pull-up bar at the same time, and we went pretty much pull for pull up for pull up. So it's nice to know that even in my 40s, I'm still able to keep up with, these younger kids who work out, you know, 6, 7, 8 days a week. But anyway, I just hope you guys are, having a good weekend. Shoot me some comments down below. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know how your week has been. If you have any plans for Mother's Day, um, let me know. Just how you're doing in general. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. We do have some more videos coming up. I'll try to post this one here tonight, and then tomorrow we'll jump into some retro rewind. Hopefully, I can pull out a game that I haven't quite reviewed, something that I might have rented back in the day while I hang out with you guys, and watch a movie from the '90s and just kind of jump into a whole um, retrospective, if you will. Uh, Other than that, like I said, I don't really have a whole lot. I'm going to try to hit Buck up here in a little bit as well. See if he's gonna, excuse me, see if he's down to clown around. I'm really digging the new season of Fortnite. It's just been Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars everywhere, man. It's been everywhere. It's been cool. It's been a lot of fun. Just like um, getting a chance. That's like a cool butt shot. See if the sun came up yet. It's just been really cool to like dive into the Star Wars movies, some games, have some conversations with you guys, and now we still have not only the new season of Andor still pumping around, but this new season of Fortnite as well. Uh, yeah, I don't know. That's really all I got for you guys. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Don't want to like go on too much, but I do want to hang out with you guys for a little bit. Like I said, just kind of touch base, let you know how my week is going. Um, it was a good week. Like I said, I was off on Monday, which is super awesome. I had a friend come in town and hang out with me for a little bit, which is must some must needed hangout time. And then because of working Saturday, my whole week was like, start 2 hours later on this day and only work for like 3 hours on this day. I think Tuesday only worked for like 3 hours. It was really nice. Um, but, it's just a lot to get done, short period of time to get it all done. And just want to kind of like I said, get it out, share it with you guys, and then it just helps to get all this out in my head as well. I used to do a lot of snaps with my cousin Holden, and he's been, this last year really preoccupied with his first child. Um, so I remember like, we would snap each other a lot of times, and he would snap me back. He hasn't really done that so much. In fact, he's probably got like a 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, I don't even know, like a marathon of snaps from me to catch up on just because he has been so busy with his daddy duties. Um, but it always helped to kind of just like sit around, talk, almost like a journaling in a sense, if you will. Just kind of sit down, um, talk about what's going on in your head, talk about what your week's been like, and all of that. And I like doing it here in this format with you guys, and just kind of helping me to process all of this as we start to come to an end of the school year and my duties as a advisor for teens, and um, a program director for youth programming and all of that. Like I said, I'm stepping more into my future role, um, as we get closer and closer to that as well. So it's just a lot to process, a lot to go through. It's interesting to know that like everybody in my company is kind of going through it. Like nobody's really quite sure. Like everybody's always like, "Oh, well, hey, congratulations on your new role and congratulations with this and that." And everybody's like, "I don't know what I'm doing yet. Like, don't congratulate me just yet. I don't have no idea what I'm really even getting into and what I'm doing, or even like um, what my new role even looks like." So it's not just me; it's a lot of it in the company. Then even some people who get like a new role, they're like, well, yeah, I have this new position, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. Like I don't know what my like I have a role, but I don't really know what it is in all of this. Well, anyway, guys, that's all the time I've got. I've chatted your ear off for long enough, and I think I've got you pretty much well caught up and kind of in on what's happening with me and in my life and my world. Like I said, let me know what's going on in your world by leaving a comment. Hit the like button. That always helps me out. Share, subscribe, all that jazz. Make sure you take care of yourself, take care of each other. And until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Good night.